not gonna give it a few more tries. If it's not gonna, and if it's not gonna work, we're probably gonna have to push it to tomorrow. Huh?
One, two, kablamo.
Well, good. We're here, everybody. Now that we're here, I can tell you guys we are sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 sponsor for the Wrestle Arc Podcast. SeatGeek is where you can get tickets for all kinds of stuff like sporting events, comedy shows, Broadway shows, you name it, they have the tickets for those shows. SeatGeek also helps you not get screwed when you're trying to get the best deals for tickets. Again, make sure you go to SeatGeek.com, that's SeatGeek.com, or download it on your mobile devices today. And we would also like to give a big thank you to our sponsors at TeePublic. Guys, if you want to get Wrestle Arc merch, be sure to go to teepublic.com/user/Wrestle Arc Podcast. You can get stuff like t-shirts, cups, what have you. You can get shirts like the Wrestle Arc t-shirt, of course, Liam's Bring on the Trolley t-shirt, my Cue the Explosion t-shirt, and again, some of our recent uploads. We've got the Raw is Wrestle Arc t-shirt and the Wrestle Arc Nitro t-shirt if you want to get those too. Again, make sure you go to teepublic.com/user/Wrestle Arc Podcast to get your merch today. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. We had no idea when we were going live because Peyton's OBS was being a bitch.
As usual.
Again, it was being a bitch, but we're here today. We finally live. Hello, Trey Lucato. I am here with Christian Vega and Peyton Cash.
Well, hello there.
And we've got a good amount to talk about today. But I think the first thing we should talk about is what happened over the weekend with Payback and AEW All Out. So, why don't we get started now as with Payback, which happened on Saturday, September 2nd, was it?
It was September the 2nd, yeah.
Yeah, September 2nd, yes. We saw the show start off with a steel cage match, which was actually very surprisingly good. It was a really good steel cage match between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. It was a really...
I think that was like the better match out of the rivalry.
It was the best match out of the rivalry. It was a really bad story and a build-up. But the match really did deliver. It was a really good steel cage match between the two.
For sure.
If this was Trish Stratus's last match, what a way to go out for her, because they really did. They really performed a really good match in a steel cage. But in the end,
knocked it out of the park.
Even with help from Zoe Stark, Trish Stratus was not able to get the victory as Becky Lynch won with a manhandle slam off the top rope. But it was what happened after that left people in shock, as Zoe Stark has officially turned on Trish Stratus and they are no longer aligned. It was short lasting between the two. It was really short lasting.
It lasted for like a few months?
Ever since it started at Night of Champions and it ended at Payback.
Yeah, Night of Champions was back in May, so it ended this month. Yeah.
I think that was a pretty good way to start the show. It was a pretty good way to start the show.
True.
Great. I think it was one of the better recent steel cage matches we've had. It was that good, Peyton.
So far, yes.
Well, the thing is, I didn't watch Payback because I was at work that day. So.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Couldn't at least try to rewatch it at some point?
No,
I didn't.
We're gonna slap Peyton later, but anyway, The next thing that happened was L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
On The Miz.
And
we got a big surprise. The Miz was cutting a promo. John Cena came out and he announced that he was going to be the special guest referee for the match between The Miz and LA Knight. Referee Cena is amazing. It had a good back and forth. There were moments where The Miz and LA Knight had a bit of tension with John Cena, but at the end, we all knows English. We all knows. Yeah, we all knows. We have a bunch of noses. But anyway, in the end, we all found out whose game it really is, with everybody saying
LA Knight. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Getting the victory over The Miz. And even after the match, LA Knight shook hands with John Cena and got his hand raised. Cena basically kind of putting over LA Knight. I think LA Knight
I think they're going to have a match at some point.
It's already showing that LA Knight is a big draw for WWE because for 2 months in a row, he was their top merch seller. He's been getting the biggest pops week by week. He is what he says he is, and that is a megastar. Yeah.
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 Let me talk to you.
Next up after
he's better than you. Oh wait, wrong person.
Bruh.
You're all fired for being LA Knight fans. Aled, you're not gonna actually. Aled, get a hold of yourself, man. Just let it go, Aled. Jeez, just let it happen, Aled. Just let it happen. Let LA Knight be LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't fire. Don't fire us for being LA Knight fans. That's pretty childish. Anyway, moving on to the next match, we had a United States Championship match between Austin Theory and the champion Rey Mysterio. I feel like
Booyaka.
I don't remember much of the match. I'm not sure if it was a good match or not, but the way it ended was Rey Mysterio successfully retaining his United States champion. Oh wow, my Discord lagged out.
I like how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I good? Am I back?
You crashed while you were. Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Where did I stop at?
The way the match ended. That's the last thing we said.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio successfully retained his United States Championship against Austin Theory. It was the match was a bit mid, in my opinion.
It was a decent match still.
Could have been better. Austin Theory, I think, still has a lot to prove when it comes to being a big star. He's young, but I think
he still has a bright future, but
it's taking time. Thing he really needs to figure out is character work.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing. His in-ring ability is really good, but he just needs to figure out his character because we thought he had it when he got the United States title a second time, but the United States title reign in general wasn't really that good.
Oh, yeah.
But now we move on to the Steel City Street fight between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Mr. Money in the Bank, Damian Priest. I think this was probably
which, in my opinion, is match of the night.
Match of the night, yeah. I would say that is match of the night. There was a bunch of stuff happening in the match.
That was a really good street fight.
You had them fighting in the crowd. You got Sami and Kevin Owens dressing up as Pittsburgh Penguins players with their hockey sticks, ready for a hockey fight. They went up to the entrance ramp. There was Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio, and even JD McDonough trying to help out the Judgment Day. And in the end, when it seemed like Sami Zayn hit the haluva kick and got the victory, Dominic Mysterio came in clutch, hitting Sami Zayn with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Finn Balor was able to get on top of Sami Zayn, and just like that, Finn Balor and Damian Priest became your new undisputed tag team champions. I don't think anyone predicted this.
Pretty shocked. Yeah, none of us. I think most of us picked Sami and Kevin to retain. Yeah.
All of us picked Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Trey Lucado says that match was good, although freaking Dom had
they
to get
still
involved.
deserve it.
Ooh. Dirty Dom is going to be Dirty
it's
Dom. Dirty Dom's going to be Dirty Dom.
It's obvious he was going to interfere anyways. Yeah.
It was a really, really good match. I loved the Steel City Street fight. Everybody delivered.
Basically.
Everybody delivered in that match. I think Damian Priest is going to be a big, big star. And also, Judgment Day now have all the gold.
Yeah.
They are dripping with the gold.
And now that Finn Balor is a tag team champion, he's now a Grand Slam champion on top of that.
Which he deserves it, by the way.
Yeah.
Finn Balor, he is one of the top stars in WWE. You can't say he's not. He's just that good. Sure. Meanwhile, next up, we've had the Grayson Waller effect. Radio said not all of them. What do you mean not all of them? Oh, yeah. Oh, not all of the titles. Yeah. All of them have titles, but they don't have all the titles yet. It all depends on Damian Priest.
It's true.
But as I was mentioning earlier, the Grayson Waller effect with special guest Cody Rhodes, who had a big announcement. And heading in to the show, Cody Rhodes' announcement was that a certain man was traded to Monday Night Raw. And that man is none other than the returning main event Jey Uso. Another thing that no one expected.
He was coming back at some point, but
I didn't expect him to come back.
We didn't expect him to come back this soon.
He came back real soon. Main event Jey Uso. All people are already saying he's going to be the one to beat Gunther. I don't know about that.
I highly doubt it. Maybe, but I doubt it'll be Jey.
No, I don't think it'll be Jey. I still think it's going to be Chad Gable.
Either Chad Gable or it can be McIntyre or Sheamus if he goes back to Raw at some point.
I don't know. But with Jey Uso being traded to Raw, it has been said that SmackDown wants trade compensation for that. So seems like somebody is going to SmackDown, and that person is most likely going to be Cody Rhodes. Oh, Radio got a bold prediction.
What if it's not Cody?
I don't know. But Radio's got a bold prediction. He said Jey Uso is going to beat Seth Rollins. Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Jey Uso beating Seth Rollins?
That's possible.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's possible.
All right. Could happen. It really could happen. I just don't know how they would play that out, though. It'd probably take a while for you to get to that point. But anyways, then we move on to the co-main event, which was for the Women's World Championship as Raquel Rodriguez challenged Rhea Ripley. And basically what happened in the Steel City Street fight is what happened here. Dominic got involved, led to Rhea Ripley retaining her title against Raquel Rodriguez. Dominic Mysterio has really been the MVP for the night.
Rematch.
Yeah.
They are going to have a rematch on Monday Night Raw, and Dominic is going to be banned from ringside.
Yep.
Dominic is banned from ringside.
I do think that Damian and Finn could possibly get involved, but I doubt it.
Yeah, maybe. But now we move on to the main event. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight Championship. Can I just say, the way Shinsuke Nakamura has been built, it's like he's his best version ever since coming to WWE. He's been built like a monster, Shinsuke has.
Bro, that promo package before the match was so good.
His promos recently in general have been really good. Talking about how Seth has this back injury that he's been dealing with and that Shinsuke is going to put him out of his misery and stuff like that. That has been excellent. They've had a good back and forth in the match, but in
I
the
think
end,
this is Shinsuke's best version, like best character work so far.
oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Definitely. But in the end, Seth Rollins was able to retain his title against Shinsuke Nakamura, and we had no cash in. There was no Money in the Bank
Nope.
cash in. I really felt like there could have been a cash in with all the stuff about Seth Rollins' back, his back pain, and stuff like that. Shinsuke probably targeting that.
Mm-hmm.
If they have another match, there's a possibility it could happen again, but
It could.
I don't know. I think we
I
might
mean-
get a rematch between
I mean,
Rollins
this
and
feud is
Nakamura.
far from over. Since,
I think we might get a
Nakamura
rematch
did
at
attack
what is it?
Rollins after the show went off air.
Yeah, rematch at Fastlane probably.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
It
Probably
think
could happen
Fastlane.
at Fastlane, yeah.
Probably Fastlane.
that's in the beginning of October, right? Fastlane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's October 2nd? Could be wrong, though.
October 2nd. October 2nd. No,
No,
that's
wait,
on a
no. I
Monday.
think it's October 7th or something. Hold on.
Yeah,
No,
7th.
no.
Yeah, 7th. 7th.
Yeah,
In Indianapolis
yeah,
as
October
well.
7th.
But that was Payback. Now we're going to go to All Out. Did any of you guys happen to watch All Out?
No,
I
I didn't.
I watched most of it.
Well, fuck it. Let's get to All Out. So, some of the matches that happened. I'm going to list matches in no particular order. One of the matches we had
Mhm.
was Kenny Omega facing Takeshita in a match, and surprisingly, Takeshita was able to get a win over Kenny Omega again. He was able to pin Kenny Omega.
First it was All In, and then All Out. He pinned Omega.
He went all in, and then he went all out.
Exactly.
I assume Takeshita's about to get a big push now after beating Kenny Omega twice.
I think he could go for the International Championship.
You know something else I've realized? Bullshit.
What is
What do you
that?
mean? Oh yeah,
What?
Radio was pissed when he was
Bullshit.
he was
Bullshit.
pissed
Bullshit.
when Kenny Omega lost.
Bullshit.
You need to calm the fuck down. We can get someone on mod you, and you can get timed out, and then I'll give you back your mod after you're done getting timed out. I mean, they're building up a new star in Takeshita, so yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Probably
you know what's
so,
weird
yeah.
to me? What's weird to me is that Kenny Omega actually hasn't won in an AEW pay-per-view in 2023. Radio, you're not in this podcast. Get the fuck out of here.
No, it's bullshit. Fuck Takeshita. Fuck Takeshita. Fuck.
No, get the fuck. No. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that.
That's a
We haven't
clip.
figured out our. Sorry, guys. We're still trying to figure out our pest problem. Anyway.
That's a clip. That's a clip.
Again, we're really sorry about that. But anyway, moving on from here, radio sounding like a rageaholic. We've got Luchasaurus defending the TNT Championship against Darby Allin. It was a pretty good match, but in the end, it was Luchasaurus who retained his title against Darby Allin. I low-key thought Darby was going to win.
As expected.
Yeah.
To be fair,
But yeah.
To be fair, Christian Cage with the TNT title is really, really good.
I think
he's doing really good with it.
Well, Christian's doing a great job with it. Like his character right now.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
definitely.
Going after dead dads.
Yeah, true. Next up after that, well, I don't know if it was after that, we got Samoa Joe versus Shane Taylor for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Again, Shane Taylor who? Yeah, because Samoa Joe retained.
Who?
Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh.
I believe we've got breaking news. We got a bit of breaking news that was just found out now. Apparently, the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley, have recently signed Legends contracts with WWE.
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
Again, they're Legends
That's
contracts.
interesting. Yeah.
So you know what that means? Get the tables! No, I'm kidding. They're probably not going to do any wrestling. But anyway, that's
They're
still
probably like gonna do like a few appearances or maybe like help with production, maybe? I don't know.
Trey Lucado says, I got a question. Why is Christian always holding the title even though he didn't win it? He thinks he's the real TNT champion because he helped Luchasaurus win it. That's why. And he's a bitch. Anyway, Samoa Joe
Exactly.
retained his title against Shane Taylor. We had Chris Statlander defending the TBS championship against Ruby Soho. Not sure how this match came up, but it happened. And in the end, I think, what was it? Tony Storm tried to help out Ruby Soho, but it failed, and Chris Statlander retained the title. Because I think there was something with Tony Storm in that match. Correct.
I don't remember
correct me if
what
I'm
happened
wrong.
exactly, but I think it was.
Yeah, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Tony Storm cost Ruby Soho or something? Because I think Tony Storm was involved in some way. If not, then I'll gladly say I'm wrong in that because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey. Yeah, Trey. We're gonna get to that later, but now I think we need to talk about the most meatiest match of them all. A true meaty match where only big meaty men are slapping meat. And by that, I mean
Big meaty man
Miro,
slapping man meat. Woo!
and that was Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs. The all-out crowd went insane. They were getting really innovative with those meat chants. Meat forever. Meat forever.
Slap that meat! Slap that meat!
Miro ended up beating Powerhouse Hobbs, but it was
Jesus
after
Christ.
the match we saw the debut of CJ Perry, formerly
His
known
wife!
as Nana from WWE. Yeah, his wife finally fucking came into the business after how many years? How many years was it since Miro came
a few years,
to
maybe?
AEW? Like
It's-
2020?
2020.
3
yeah.
years. 3 effing years. It took 3 years for him to finally get into for her to get into AEW. But the weird thing is, it didn't seem like they were on good terms when they interacted with each other, Miro and CJ Perry.
Kind of like how the Bobby and storyline happened.
Yeah.
The Bobby. The Bobby. But yes,
Bobby
anyway.
with them women.
Slap that meat. Slap that
Slap
meat.
that beat.
Slap that meat.
Slap that meat. Slap that meat.
Anyways, we've got Eddie Kingston and Katsuyori Shibata versus Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli of Blackpool Combat Club. It was a pretty interesting tag team match, but in the end, Blackpool Combat Club came out with the win against Eddie Kingston and Shibata. I think they kind of had to win because they lost a week prior at All In the Stadium Stampede match. So it makes sense for that to happen. Next up, we've got the FTR and the Young Bucks taking on Bullet Club Gold in an 8-man tag team match.
Bang bang.
Where the Bullet Club Gold... Shut up.
Bang bang.
Bullet Club Gold took the victory over FTR and the Young Bucks. Jay White, Juice
Oh.
Robinson, Austin and Colton Gunn, they all got the big victories. And now we move on to
About
the Ring of Honor
time.
World Tag Team Championships. Better Than You,
Which,
baby.
by the way, just started the show.
Otherwise known as MJF and Adam Cole, took on the Dark Order, who
Baby.
won the Battle Royal on Rampage to earn their shot.
Yep.
And Adam Cole and MJF would retain their title successfully. Does anyone know if they did a double clothesline?
They did.
Double clothesline!
Double clothesline!
From what I saw, yes.
Doinky doinky.
Yeah. And this match was a bit shocking because we had no idea when he was going to be coming back. We had a strap match between Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson.
Yeah.
Which,
It was
by
really
the way,
supposed to be Ricky
this
Starks
was
versus
match of
Ricky
the
the
night.
Dragon Steamboat. But instead, we were able to get Bryan Danielson, who is babyface again.
Yep. And he came out to the final countdown, too. Again.
Yep.
Trey says Aussie Opens should have gotten their rematch clause. They still might get it eventually.
They might.
Who knows? They're probably not going to be the ones to beat them, though. I think it might be the Kingdom with this whole Roderick Strong story.
True.
Yeah. But Bryan Danielson getting the win against Ricky Starks. And we got to hear the final countdown again, just like we did at Forbidden Door. Countdown. No, I don't want to copyright us. No copyright. What, radio? Why are you saying no?
I know.
Why are you saying no?
No.
What is your problem? What is your
What?
problem?
Why is
you okay?
radio saying no?
Does radio need professional help?
What? What
No,
the fuck?
he only needs a kablamo and that's it.
You're asking him if he needs professional help.
I don't know.
Yeah, moving on. Because now we go on to the main event, which was for the international.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
You need professional help, motherfucker. Fuck you.
Are we really gonna keep letting this happen? Are we really gonna keep letting this shit happen?
This
Anyway,
is your fault, Peyton. I blame you.
What did I
Yeah,
do?
You're just sitting there saying nothing, blaming radio for no saying he needs professional help.
Let me get to the main event, goddammit. Because the main event we have
Go.
is Orange
the
Cassidy
thing.
versus Jon Moxley for the AEW International Championship. It was a really good match. Orange Cassidy showed he had a ton of heart and he was never willing to quit. But even that wasn't enough to get the win because Jon Moxley arrived as the new international champion. Yeah, even Trey
Which
says you
he
just had to ask,
ended-
didn't you, Peyton?
Shut up, dude.
Exactly.
I think putting the title on Moxley was the right move because Jon Moxley is going to be able to elevate that title.
Indeed.
True.
With the star power Moxley has, he's going to be able to. Who knows? He might be able to make that title mean more than the TNT title. I said it. I said it.
I mean, the TNT title hasn't been relevant for a while.
Yeah, not for a while.
It still is not relevant.
It's
but
basically like a hot potato title.
yeah, not to discredit
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy or anything. At the same time, he had an incredible run as international champion. Orange Cassidy was a really good champion.
He was.
He held the title
Now-
for 326 days.
That's a long reign if you think about it.
Yeah.
That's a long reign.
I think that's the longest reign so far of the title. Yeah.
That is because the only other person who held it at the time was Pac, and now we have Jon Moxley.
Who was
Yeah.
the third?
Yeah,
So
he's the
Pac was
third.
the first champion.
Yeah, Pac was
Orange
the first
Cassidy's the
champion.
second, and Moxley's the third.
Yeah. That's it. But now, that's all the pay-per-views. Let's go back to Payback and give our ratings. Payne, I know you didn't watch it. Vega, what's your rating for Payback?
Honestly, Payback was a pretty good show. Every match delivered, in my opinion. Well, besides the Ray and Theory one, but you get my point. But my rating, I give Payback an 8.5. I think it was a pretty good show.
Okay. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 as well. I think the show was really, really good. But now, what are your guys' ratings for All Out? What would you rate that?
So, All Out, even though the card was pretty
Shit.
bad, kind of, but the matches were still good, as expected, because it's AEW.
Yeah.
But the show overall, I give it an 8 out of 10.
All right. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 personally. Peyton?
Didn't watch it.
Oh, all right. But now that we've gotten all that out of the way, now we can determine who the new Wrestle Arc champion is, because I got the scores right here.
So do I.
Someone that I saw in chat probably wants to get out so they don't have to hear themselves get humiliated. Because in last place, with a score of 9 wins and 6 losses,
That is
Radio.
sickening.
Radio.
Here.
Yeah. And
Now,
then,
Ross, by the way, the scores aren't like updated because I have boxing, right?
what?
Are you going from your
What?
your score PowerPoint, or are you doing like the picture I sent? Oh, for fuck's sake.
No.
You pain.
No, Payne. I went through all the matches and I tallied all the scores too.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I
Make
did.
sure you did.
Yeah, I did. All right. So Radio's in last place. In third place, with a score of 10 wins and 5 losses, the current champion, Raul Kapar. We're going to get a new champion. It's between myself, Aled, Peyton, Vega, and Liam. But in second place, it's a 4-way tie. 12 wins and 3 losses between all 4 of them. Those people in second place are Peyton, myself, Aled, and Liam. So that means the winner, with a score of 13 wins and 2 losses, and new Wrestle Arc champion, Christian Vega.
It's your boy! Woo!
Okay, calm your tits.
Calm yourself.
Give us a victory speech, champ.
I would like to thank myself. I ain't thanking nobody because y'all suck.
I was fully expecting you to be like, I'd like to thank the Academy. I feel like if I were to make a
thank
speech,
you.
I feel like that's how I would start my speech. I'd like to thank the Academy.
Wait, what Academy though? That's the question.
Shush, please.
No, you
But now
should.
that we went over the pay-per-views, let's talk about the big news that came out this past week. Freaking CM Punk got terminated by AEW.
Woo!
What the fuck?
Basically, you're fired.
Tony Khan fired CM Punk. He actually did it. I didn't think he'd have the balls to do it, but it turns out he has those balls, which are still tiny balls.
Finally, he was able to grow some pears.
He finally grew a pair. He actually got rid of CM Punk. Not only that, Ace Steel was also released by AEW. He
Yeah.
recently got released too.
I mean, he was with CM Punk, so I guess it was kind of expected.
Of course, this was all stemming from the incident that happened with CM Punk and Jack Perry, which we like to call Brawl In. After what happened last year at Brawl Out, we had Brawl In.
Yep.
Apparently, the whole
You just
story
had
was
to
that
do it in different shows, didn't you, Punk?
if you don't remember the whole story that happened, it was basically Jack Perry did this spot where he was using real glass. I think it was a Lambo or some kind of car.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. Or a limo. I don't even know. And as soon as Jack
It
Perry
was a
got
limo, I think.
backstage, CM Punk confronted Jack Perry basically saying, "You got a problem or something?" He started to push him around. They got in each other's face and they started fighting. Apparently, Tony was there to try to split them, and then Punk lunged at Tony Khan, shouting, I quit," and stuff like that. This is alleged. We don't know if this was true or not. This is, I think, one of the sides that we're told, but I think it's the one that more people are believing. It's
Mm-hmm.
it was a really weird situation. I think it was their best interest to get rid of Punk because the locker room morale when CM Punk got here really went down the toilet. CM Punk really made things worse for the locker room, and now that he's gone, I think they're going to be a lot better with themselves. Obviously, there was CM Punk.
And people are already speculating him returning to WWE. Which, by
I
the
don't-
way, the Endeavor deal will most likely finish this Tuesday.
Punk is returning to the UFC. Okay.
Yeah. Probably,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
There is the deal that is going on between Endeavor. It's almost done. The deal is almost done.
The merger
between
deal.
WWE and Endeavor.
Yeah, it's expected to end this Tuesday. At least that's what I heard.
All right. So this, again, with the whole CM Punk thing, it kind of had to happen, didn't it? Because CM Punk got
It
himself
did.
into this mess.
It definitely-
CM Punk got himself into this mess, basically, because he's just been having an attitude problem.
True.
It's just not.
I mean, it's CM Punk. What would you expect from him, honestly?
Yeah, true. It is CM Punk at the end of the day. There was when he first signed with AEW, there was already warnings of him being that mean guy and such. He even had wrestlers like MJF, Eddie Kingston, and Hangman Adam Page calling him out for his flaws. It was coming. We all knew it was coming. We just didn't know when. We just didn't know when it was coming. That was the only problem. And another thing I got to bitch about, Peyton. Why didn't you put CM Punk on the freaking title?
I am sorry.
Exactly.
How could you not put CM
Him
Punk?
thinking a spot in
freaking
NXT was
title.
bigger than Punk getting released, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, Peyton, come on. You got a brain. You got to use it.
Exactly.
Speaking of that, people have been talking a lot about the spot that happened in NXT, where in the main event, Von Wagner and Braun Breaker had a no disqualification match, where Braun Breaker would win. And what was supposed to happen, apparently, was Braun Breaker was going to beat up Von Wagner. He put his head on top of the steel steps. He grabbed another set of steel steps, and he allegedly smashed Von Wagner's head in between the steel steps, nearly killing him.
but that's not exactly what
I
happened.
like how Vic Joseph and
That's what they
commentary
want.
like, you're
That's what they want.
bitch.
Yeah, Vic. Vic was like, "You son of a bitch." That's what they want you to believe happened because kayfabe, storytelling, stuff like that.
It's not possible.
There was also
Exactly. Yeah.
there was also there was also other fan POVs of what happened, and there was this one POV where it showed like Booker T looking like he's seen a ghost or something. He looked
Yeah.
absolutely
Oh,
shocked
yeah,
when it happened.
Alright, so
That
I
was
have
so funny.
I have the most recent alternate angle. So as you can see here, Bob Wagner literally moved his head down to like the bottom step here, and then Braun just literally hit the top of it. So clearly Von Wagner is okay.
Way to break kayfabe, you dipshit. But yeah. He actually, people were talking about if this was real or not. Fucking way to break kayfabe, man.
It's
supposed to
it's
be a work,
wrestling.
goddammit. It's wrestling. Hayden, it's wrestling.
Radio.
Hold on. I know I'm not supposed to be in here, but I just want to say a wrestler did post something that said that Breaker actually did hit Vaughn in the back of the head.
Oh.
That he actually he was inches away from killing him. That's all.
Actually. Oh my.
A star just tweeted update. The steel step spot last night between Braun and Vaughn went horribly wrong. The black screen was planned. However, when Braun hit Vaughn with the steps, accidentally hit Vaughn in the back of the head, inches away from killing him. Sean and the other officials were said to be in panic.
Oh
God.
Oh, so that was legit.
Yeah, so him getting carted off and the blood and everything, that was legit.
Oh my.
That was real.
Oh, god damn.
Oh my.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Well, I thought it was like, oh. Now
Well,
I
guys,
feel bad.
Yeah, now we look like a bunch of idiots.
Oh, we are.
We do.
Damn.
Well, we do hope.
I blame
we do
you,
hope Von
Peyton.
Wagner is. We do hope that Von Wagner is okay and that he's able to make a recovery. We do hope he's okay. I don't know if there was any update on Von Wagner, but if there's hasn't been, I do hope he's okay. Because at first I thought it was a work, but then, yikes! That was just about legit. That was nearly legit.
It kind of looked legit, but now knowing it did happen, then that's scary.
Yeah. That's what happened on NXT. What's happened on AEW? AEW Dynamite. It was an okay show, but obviously the highlight of the night, the war of words between Samoa Joe and MJF. Obviously, there's a ton of story there. Samoa Joe kept calling him a kid. MJF saying he's not that guy who he showed back then anymore. They put on a good promo battle. They really did. Samoa Joe and MJF are really good on the stick. Now, if only we could get MJF and John Cena on the stick. That would be really cool. What did you guys think of the promo between MJF and Samoa Joe?
I think it was good. I like how Samoa Joe referenced when he. I like how he referenced like the NXT thing when he pushed him backstage.
Yeah, that's what the whole story is about. That's how this is supposed to start. Ever since what happened in NXT when
they also brawled after the match, I think, and All Out.
Yeah, Samoa Joe and MJF brawled, and after that, it seemed like MJF got a really bad injury on his neck or something, or his shoulder. MJF looked like he was not in good shape at all. Trey said he thought the promo was very good. I think both of them did really good on the stick. They're two of the best on the mic, and they showed why that is.
True.
But going back to something that happened on Payback, we had the thing with Jey Uso going to Monday Night Raw. Who is going to be going to SmackDown? I think the answer is pretty obvious, though.
It's pretty obvious, to be honest with you.
It's going to be Cody Rhodes.
Well, it could be Cody, but if it's not Cody, then who else would it be?
I don't really think you can say it's anyone else because Cody is the most logical one because they want trade compensation. They say like someone who is as good as who they consider on the same level as Jey Uso. Who else can you really say is on that level that can be traded to SmackDown? I have no idea. But one thing I am happy about is that we got a reuniting between Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. They had an Usi moment. Hi, Raul.
Oh, hi, Raul.
I'm surprised you're up at midnight, Raul. Obviously, Jey Uso in the Raw locker room already not making any friends.
Yeah.
His only friend he really has is Sami Zayn.
Sami, yes.
Most of them still hate Jey because,
Because of the bloodline issue.
Raul's reminder that Peyton's a fake wrestling fan. Speaking of that, I don't know if you guys follow Peyton on Twitter. He tried to do the LA Knight thing when Raw was in Charlotte, and he absolutely butchered the hell out of it.
I did not butcher that. You fucking know that.
You didn't even do the hand gesture right.
Yes, I did. I did to the best of my ability.
You did not. The best of your ability. Clearly, the best of your ability was fucking wrong because that was not the fucking hand gesture. I could see it. I could see it, Peyton. It was wrong.
It was not wrong. Fuck off with that.
And besides,
shit,
you literally also said, "Whose games is it?" You said that
because I have a speech impediment. And whose game is it? It's better to say whose game is it? Like what the fuck?
Who says whose games is it? What the fuck? Who says whose game? What other games are there in wrestling? Oh my god! All right,
checkers.
Vega,
I don't know.
Vega, get ready to sing it with me. 3, 2, 1. Hashtag fake wrestling fan.
Fake wrestling fan.
God damn you both.
Peyton, you butchered it for the two people in the section at the time.
It's true.
First of all, bro, it wasn't even 2 people, bro. It was fucking like 10 or something.
How many people were in the arena?
The arena was like starting to fill up, so it was like maybe like 100 or so.
I have no idea, but yeah, Trey did point out we are getting a big match next week on NXT. Tiffany Stratton is defending the NXT Women's Championship against the man Becky Lynch. And I'm not gonna lie. I think we're about to
the title.
Yes, I think Becky's winning it. I think Becky's winning the title. It's the only title that she hasn't held. It'll make her a Grand Slam champion when she wins it. And honestly, I feel like Becky should be a Grand Slam champion considering all of the stuff she's achieved. Becky is one of the top females in wrestling right now. Arguably the top female in wrestling. So making her a Grand Slam champion makes a lot of sense. And it was kind of obvious that they were going to do it because Tiffany Stratton was on Raw, had Becky Lynch and all that. So yeah, I think we're going to see a new NXT Women's Champion. Trey Lucado says he has Tiffany retaining.
Possibly.
I just don't know. I can see it.
Could happen.
I can see Becky winning it. It makes sense.
Maybe by disqualification, maybe.
The thing is,
that could be one way she could have retained.
They've had main roster superstars win titles. Dolph Ziggler and the New Day are perfect examples. For example. Dolph Ziggler, he took the NXT championship, which was I never thought I'd see Dolph Ziggler hold another singles title, but the NXT championship. And then we also had the New Day, who became NXT Tag Team Champions at one point. Also, Raul says, Vega, fix your Wi-Fi.
I mean, don't blame me because it's always slow.
Vega, it's your fault.
It's not. How is it my fault?
Vega, because it is.
Shut up.
It's just your fault. It's just your fault. It's just your fault. Anyway.
No.
But yeah, other than that, I think we've covered just about everything we can. Unless you guys know anything else that we haven't covered.
Gunther is now the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in history.
Oh yes, Gunther. Gunther has become the longest. Gunther's going to become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, passing the Honky Tonk Man.
That match between him and Gable, oh my god! I was literally on the edge of my seat.
They even uploaded the full match.
Yeah, because they literally had 2 commercial breaks in the match. Yeah, they uploaded the full match because there were 2 commercial breaks that ruined the vibe of the match.
Yeah.
Also, Raul said, my boy is going to win at No Mercy. He's talking about Mustafa Ali. He thinks he's going to win against Dominic Mysterio.
He's not.
Raul says, you're a fake wrestling fan, Payne. He becomes it tomorrow. He becomes it. Yeah, tomorrow is when he becomes the longest reigning champion. Tomorrow he becomes the longest reigning champion. Oh, I thought we were
still talking about Mustafa. But yeah.
Yeah. But Raul thinks Mustafa Ali is going to win a championship for the first time in his career because for all the time he's been in WWE, he hasn't won a single championship. Let that sink in, Raul.
That is true.
Let that sink in, Raul. Anyway, I think it's a good time to wrap it up now.
Yeah.
Because I think we've just about covered everything.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Yeah. That's it, everybody. So once again, we would like to thank SeatGeek for being a proud sponsor of the Wrestle Arc Podcast. SeatGeek is the #1 podcast. God damn it. SeatGeek is the #1 sponsor for the Wrestle Arc Podcast. Excuse my language. But yeah, make sure you go to SeatGeek.com. Vega, I'm going to bitch slap you. Let me do this. Let me end the stream. Guys, make sure you guys go to SeatGeek.com or download the mobile device today. You guys can go get tickets for sports shows, Broadway shows, comedy shows, what have you. SeatGeek is also the best place where you can not get screwed over when you're trying to get the best tickets for shows. Again, make sure you go to SeatGeek.com, that's SeatGeek.com, or download it on your mobile devices today. And we would also like to thank tpublic.com for sponsoring the Wrestle Arc Podcast. If you want to go get the official Wrestle Arc merch, be sure to go to tpublic.com/user/Wrestle Arc Podcast. We have stuff like t-shirts, hoodies, all that you can get. You can get it at tpublic.com. You can get it at tpublic.com/user/Wrestle Arc Podcast. That is going to be in the description below. But guys, we would like to thank you for joining us on the Wrestle Arc Podcast today. Make sure when you're on your way out, you go subscribe to the gaming channel. Subscribe to the gaming channel because we haven't gotten anything. We're not getting new subscribers. We need new subscribers there. We're going to post content there. We promise we're posting content. We promise. Oh my God. Raul said he's getting a t-shirt soon. Woo! Raul, you need to watch your fucking language, dude. I don't know what the fuck is your fucking problem. Anyway, buy our merch. Subscribe to all our channels. Be sure to do all of that. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss another stream. Be sure to comment down below what your favorite news has been in wrestling. But now, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!
Wrestle Arc out.